on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around on a dime, man. It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first.
I don't wanna be.
Wouldn't expect it. I see these beats way above hectic. I've been elected, so yo, best sit on your ass real fast because I'm shocking like electric. All girls saying quick, hit the X. Keep it up, get beaten up, get your head split. I'm coming through with more flavors than this. Quick, ain't this, make it fresh. I set trends on stage when you doing your PH. You copy my page, I heard it from my best friend. Well, I'm a veteran in this game, perfect with the aim. Corrected when I'm saying from the West End. Roxanne, with a hard game to take over your block, man. Stop, man, I'm so hot, I bring the humid. You need to get the bed up, so shut the hell up, stupid. What can you do? You still ain't my dude. Reject you, disconnect you. What can you
This is my G-Dub, badass things is badass cuz. This is my G-Dub, squeeze it over. Badass things is badass cuz. So watch your step cuz, do what you're told. Badass things is badass cuz. So watch your step cuz, do what you're told.
What can you do? Yo, wouldn't expect it. All I see these beats way above hectic. I've been elected, so yo, best sit on your ass real fast because I'm shocking like electric. All girls saying quick, hit the exit. Keep it up, get beaten up, or get your head split. I'm coming through with more flavors than this. Quick, ain't desperate, making fresh hits, now check the next bit. I set trends on stage when you doing your PH. You copy my page, I heard it from my best friend. Well, I'm a veteran in this game, perfected with the aim. Corrected when I'm saying from the West End. Roxanne, bang like a rock band. You hand with a hard game to take over your block, man. Stop, man, I'm so hot, I bring the humid. You need to get the bed up, so shut the head up, stupid. I know a lot of yo wouldn't expect it. All I see these beats way above hectic. I've been elected, so yo, best sit on your ass real fast because I'm shocking like electric. All girls saying quick, hit the X. Keep it up, get beaten up, or get your head split. I'm coming through with more flavors than this. Quick, ain't this, make it fresh. I set trends on stage when you doing your PH. You copy my page, I heard it from my best friend. Well, I'm a veteran in this game, perfected with the aim. Corrected when I'm saying from the West End. You still ain't my dude. Yo, wouldn't expect it. All I see these beats way above hectic. I've been elected, so yo, best sit on your ass real fast.
Hey, where did I go? Hello, everybody. How are you? Hang on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello, everybody. How are you all today on this Fuck Shit Friday? How are you guys? My goodness, it's so good to see everybody here. Let me hang on a second. There we are. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you, everybody. All right, who we got here? So you guys been chatting for a while, so I'm not going to go all the way up because we'll never make it back down to the bottom. So, hello, Roxanne. How are you, Roxanne Polk? Good to see you. Hey, Hippoporium and Dynamite. Marie Duffy, Daddy's baby girl. Hello, Mystery. Hello, KB. Fairy Meadows. Hello, Still in Leather. Keep it real. Mama Bear. K-Brace. Hello, hello. Mona Lisa. Kathy. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Marie, Lost Mother. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. How was your day, you guys? It's Friday. We made it through another week. Can you imagine that? Like, whoa. But we did it. We did it. We did it. But, you know, I mean, this stuff never ends around here. So it doesn't mean it really matter if you make it through another week. Does it? I mean, does that even count around here? Because I don't know. Like, I really just don't know. I am not too sure. Hey, Julie. How are you, darling? Hello, Truth Hurts. How are you? Right. You're still in the members only live. Oh my goodness, Cat. K-Brace. I have to reschedule it. Because I don't know, it was scheduled for yesterday. And I actually thought it was scheduled like for today. But I had my grandkids anyways at that time. So I'm going to reschedule it. So I apologize for anybody that is waiting on a members live. It's not going to happen today. So, I apologize for that. We made it through the year, right? Hello, little mates. Hey, Brooke Bunch. How are you? It's good to see you. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. on SYFY channel, the Twilight Zone marathon begins. Oh, goodness, yes. The Twilight Zone. Yeah, good show. Good show. Well, you will get a notification, Mama Bear. You should. And you have to be in like tier 2 or up to be able to join the members lives. So as long as you're on like tier 2 or tier 3, then you should get notification. I am going to reschedule it because I totally fucked it up. So there we go. Anyways, okay, so I came across last night just before I went to bed. I came across a video, and it's fucking amazing, is what it is. Okay, and I want to share it with you guys. It does have to do with VHB. I thought we would take a little break from the Discord, the did you share that? Did you share that? You got this, you got that. You asked for this, you asked for that. You didn't ask, you didn't save it. You did save it, you screenshotted it, but that's okay. And you know what? I mean, I just, yeah. Oh, Art, no worries. No worries. You've been gifted on a few places. Well, that's great. You never know. Maybe you'll get gifted here one time. So, okay. Before we start, trigger warning, please. Okay. This has to do with abuse. Yes, please. Let's leave that alone for 1 minute. Exactly, right? It's been everywhere, and I get it. I don't have a problem with it. I just thought that we would, talk about something else. The second subject that we love to talk about. So, so, okay. Yes, please. Anybody that is triggered by sexual assault, rape, I'm going to say this. Please, please step out if you are triggered by that kind of stuff. This video is a little bit deep and it is unbelievable. It is so amazing, you guys. I was glued. I was literally glued to my screen. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Little Minx, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It is an amazing video. So please, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, please. Thank you, Fairy Meadows. This does not butter things up for you, okay? Hey, Burning Angel, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, hello, Dumpled Duck. No, Dimple Duck. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad I didn't call you a dick today. That makes me happy. Anyways, we mystery, yes. I think we are going to definitely go over that one of these days for sure, because that was pretty interesting too. So, okay. So this video, let me just go into. Remember, you guys, I'm like working with a couple screens. So just give me a moment. Give me a moment. What am I looking at? I'm looking at my own. Hang on. Where do I gotta go? This way. Okay. Not that one. No. Where did it go? Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make sure that our quality is actually at 1080p. Okay. This is a 36-minute video, and I will stop and talk a little bit here and there. As a lot of you know, this subject it's touchy for me, but it's not something that I can't handle, that I can't talk about, because I can. When I saw this, yes, art, absolutely. Absolutely. Please, everybody take, I don't want to take the trigger warning off the screen right now, but everybody please pay attention to Art's comment. It says, I will be back, hun. See you soon. Seriously, if you are a victim, this will anger you and triggers the memory, that you have tried to push it back. So please, everybody, heed the warning, that this gets a little deep. So thank you so much. Go over to Unsupervised Maniacs. She's growing like a weed, like a beautiful, great, amazing weed. So please go over and give her a sub. Make sure that you give a thumbs up on the video and leave her a comment in her comment section. Copy. I will put the link for the video for this particular video. Oh, what's getting on? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that didn't work. Wow, look at that. Okay, just give me 2 seconds and we will get this going here, you guys. The good weed, that's right. All right, here is this particular video. Thank you, Mama Bear, for the link to her channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She hit 1,000. She sure did. She sure did. And so congratulations to Unsupervised Maniacs. The fish tanks kind of sound like fried chicken. It does. I hear what you're hearing. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, too funny. Okay, so let's get going and have a look at this video. It's incredible, you guys. It's incredible. So here we go. Yeah, thanks for joining me, you guys. I appreciate it. Hi, Headstones. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. We'll see you in a little bit, Art. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm sorry that we're going over stuff that is hard for you to see. Hugs for you, absolutely. Oh, Kathy P did cover this? Okay. Awesome, awesome. That's great because the more people that see it, the better. It's really good. So, okay, here we go, you guys.
I was sexually assaulted for the first time by the age of 7.
Sexual assault has occurred in my family as many generations back that I can think of.
I am a victim of sexual assault. I was sexually assaulted by my best friend's brother.
I have close friends whose lives have been tragically affected by sexual assault.
These experiences motivated me to protect and advocate for others. My number one goal as a mother to 5 children is to break this awful cycle of sexual abuse in my family tree. I hope my children never endure the pain of such encounters. I want to be the strength, courage, and support for anyone who has been affected by these tragic events.
I know firsthand how important it is.
And I will say that that's one of the most important reasons why I've been pretty honest with my daughters. I have 4 daughters, 3 of them biological, and one basically an adopted daughter. And I have taught them ever since they were little to be aware. I've always been, when it became a certain age, of course, I have been open about my own story, and I think it's helped them to kind of understand, to be careful, and yeah, to be aware of what's around you, be aware where you are, who you're with, your surroundings, So, anyways, yes, Little Makes, they sure do. These videos show how vile Betty is. Her moral compass is broken. I am absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree.
It is for a victim to feel supported, heard, and most of all believed. I want to do my
Oh, what happened to the sound?
part in making sure sexual.
Hang on. Oh, hang on a second. I'm not too sure. I think my speaker went out. So let's try that.
All believed. I want to do my part in making sure sexual assault victims have access to care.
Okay, I'm just stopping for a second. Do you guys have sound? I don't have sound on mine. Can you guys hear the video when it's playing? I will go back.
All the available resources.
I am a survivor of a date rape that occurred.
Yes, you can hear it. Oh, well, I wonder why I can't. Okay, that's a little bit strange.
Occurred on my 18th birthday.
I'm not muted. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. Seems a little quiet, but you can hear it. Yes, you can. It could be louder. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm just going to refresh the page, actually. Hang on. I'm still trying to figure out how to like use these two screens. So give me just a second. I'm just going to refresh the video page itself and see if that works. That's kind of weird. All of a sudden the sound went out. So just give me 2 seconds, you guys. No, still no sound. Oh, what's going on? Why? I don't know what the heck's going on. I have no sound. Rewind it. Weird. Okay, give me just a second, and I'm just gonna actually go into the Unsupervised Maniacs channel again, and bring up that video again and see if that works. I don't know what's going on. Weird. I had video when I started it. Okay, give me just a second to bring this up again. That is the weirdest thing. I have no sound. I don't know why. All right, just hang on a second here, you guys. I'm gonna go into my settings and what the heck's going on here? Sorry, you guys. I don't know what is going on. Audio. Okay. Yay, I did it. Okay, I got sound again. All right, let's start this one over again. Sorry about that, you guys. No, I don't have headphones, but I did have I did have a Bluetooth speaker attached, and the battery died. So I just had to go in and change it back to internal speaker instead of external speaker. So Okay, I apologize for that, you guys. We'll go ahead just a little bit here. And okay, right about here, I think. Okay, I apologize about that, you guys. Thank you for hanging out, hanging in. Okay, here we go.
For anyone who has been affected by these tragic events.
I know firsthand how important it is for a victim to feel supported, heard, and most of all, believed. I want to do my part in making sure sexual assault victims have access to care and all the available resources.
Thank you. Keep it real.
I am a survivor of a date rape that occurred on my 18th birthday. I never reported it to the police. Rape is the most underreported crime. 63% of sexual assaults are not reported to the police.
Isn't that a sad statistic? Oh God, it just breaks my heart. And it literally gives me, I got goosebumps when I heard that, you guys. And I already watched this video, so I knew I somewhat knew what she was going to say. But it still is like, gives me goosebumps to hear something like that. It is so unbelievably sad that today, there are girls and women out there, young boys, men that are out there that have had something like this happen to them. And they are either too embarrassed. Okay. They think it's their fault. They think they won't be believed. Okay. They don't want to go through further trauma, so it just doesn't get reported, which is absolutely so sad, absolutely so sad. And I understand it. I get it. I'm not shaming anybody who doesn't report. I would never do that, ever. But it breaks my heart that there are people out there that are, like I said, either too scared, too embarrassed, think they won't be believed, whatever reason they have for not reporting. They might lose their job if it's somebody in their workplace. There's so many reasons why people don't report. And it's very sad. It's very sad. So, yeah, see, on the case of Jenny, yep, I didn't report, scream for help or anything for all of those reasons. Absolutely. So please, anybody that is listening, if you are out there and you need help, you need just somebody to talk to, you have a story to tell, my email and my platform is always open for anybody that would like to share a story. Absolutely.
Oh, she's so mean. He's getting beat up by these vindictive women that don't know how to keep their legs closed and then complain because they were used and abused because they allowed themselves to be used and abused. He's a dude.
There is graphic content in this video. Please, everybody understand. I just want to make sure that everybody is okay while watching this video. Hey, unsupervised. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for allowing us to play the video. This was amazing. You did such a great job. And I look forward to anything that you have in the works. So great job. And thank you. For being brave enough to make a video like this. It's not always easy to put something like this out. So thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. And oh yes, congratulations on hitting 1,000. 1,000 subs. Good for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's amazing. And you deserve every single one of them. You're gonna grow, girl. You are gonna grow. You're gonna grow. Hello, Patricia, honey. How are you? Member for 6 months. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Okay. Let's keep going, you guys. Okay, here we go.
Okay. You know what we do with dudes?
Grab
We
the
know how to
content,
close
please.
our legs. Okay. You get what you asked for, and don't cry a river when you realize you were just a notch. Seriously, grow up. And if you don't want to be treated like that, maybe you need to look at yourself. Any woman that sends a freaking a photo of themselves nude to a man, seriously, do not cry when you're easy. Okay, let me just explain this. People that are easy are probably
right there in the middle of the street. Girls just walking home, probably walking to work, wherever she was going, and boom, just like that. Some pig decides that he needs to satisfy himself, or whatever the fuck it is, however you want to say it. And this innocent girl walking down the street just happens to be the one. And Betty shames women like the one that we just saw, the one that we will see again. How the fuck does anybody do that? I don't even understand it. And I may be coming from, I can't understand how anybody would shame a sexual assault victim. It's just, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I really am. Betty is one of the most vile women that I've ever seen, heard. Had to, yeah. Anyways, here we go. I'm not going to leave the trigger warning up on the screen too long. There is one scrolling across the bottom, and I just don't want to cover up the video too much. So I will be removing that. So, okay, here we go, you guys.
Not worth it, right?
And there's the birthday girl.
Audrey, one of my only true friends.
She was always a happy kid, fun kid.
Daisy, she was such a daddy's girl.
In a small town, everybody is connected.
A lot of these families have been here for generations.
This guy started texting me. It was kind of like, oh, older boys want to hang out with us. I think I was drunk.
The boys were pretty persistent. Then I guess things got worse.
She was in the yard, and her hair was frozen to the ground.
Crowded around, looking at a phone.
Started having issues with vandalism.
It was picked up in the world of social. That's when this erupted into a fire.
Our house burned down.
These are very hard cases.
No nice way to say it, they're liars.
What happened to this young girl here, this story, is absolutely horrific. Horrific. They took photos of her naked body and shared them in school and on social media. After they drew on her and inserted the markers into her body. They said it was a joke and it was meant to be fun. If you are somebody in this chat, subscriber to my channel, who thinks that something like that is a joke and it would be fun, please, 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 please unsubscribe. Please, please unsubscribe from me. Because there is no way anything, absolutely anything like that should be considered a joke or to be fun. Yeah, it's fun. This is so much fun. We're assaulting this girl. You know, we're drawing and writing all over her body. We are penetrating her with objects. That's fun. Oh, that's so much fun. Makes me fucking sick. It really does. It makes me fucking sick. Okay, here we go, you guys. It says the bullying and victim shaming was relentless. The bullying, victim blaming, shaming was relentless. Who does that? I wonder. I wonder who shames victims of sexual assault. I think we all know her. Nine days later, you guys, this young girl took her own life because a few boys, and this isn't a bash on boys, it just happens to be that this story right here that we're speaking of right now deals with boys as the offenders. She lost her life because somebody thought it would be fun. And what a good joke. And now they have this young woman's life on their hands. I cannot imagine how Betty could watch a video like this and still wake up in the morning, get online, and feel great, like she's famous. She's world famous. She's been interviewed here and there and there and there. This country and that country and this country. These people and that person and ooh, dog bounty hunter. Yeah, okay. Fifteen years old. And I apologize if you guys like start hearing tears from me. I really do apologize. But this is real life. People talk about going real life on here. Let's go real life. This is real life. 15 years old. And she couldn't take it anymore. And she decided to take her own life. At 15 years old. I was living on my own at 15 years old. That's very fucking young. And this girl couldn't make it past her 15 years old. Because of a joke. It was fun. It was fun. Look at that beautiful face. I mean, how can anybody look into somebody's eyes like this and just be like, oh yeah, this would be fun. This would be fun. Let's abuse this young girl. Let's abuse her. Let's take all of her clothes off. Let's violate her body. Let's take pictures of it. And we'll show all our friends. It's so fucking much fun. So fun. So fun. Okay. This also is my issue. The teenage boys who assaulted Audrey were sentenced to between 30 to 45 days in a juvenile hall, and they were not expelled from school. What? Like, what the fuck is that shit? 30 to 45 days in a juvenile hall for thinking it's fun to sexually assault somebody, take pictures, and show them to other classmates. 30 to 45 days. That is some fuck shit right there. That is so wrong. So wrong.
The teenage boys who sexually assaulted Audrey Pond at a high school party and then took pictures, which led to a humiliated Audrey apologized. It's part of a settlement the boys reached today with Audrey's parents to end a wrongful death lawsuit.
3 of them were students here at Saratoga High when this attack happened. Now, today, the insurance companies for the teens' families were ordered to pay nearly $1 million to the Pott family, but that's not what's making this case stand out. It's an unusual deal that's not just about money. 2 teens admitted to sexually assaulting 15-year-old Audrey in 2012 had to apologize to her parents in court today. They've also agreed to make 10 presentations.
Oh, these poor boys. They had to apologize in court. Oh, that's so horrible. Oh, my goodness.
At high schools about the dangers of drinking, sexting, sharing nude photos, and slut-shaming. Judge LaDoris Cordell says she's never seen a settlement quite like this.
I think what's unique is that the parents of Audrey have really said, you know, we really want to bring change. We don't want our daughter's death to have been in vain. And we want them, the very perpetrators, to be the ones to help make this right.
She woke up to nasty messages written on her body. There were photos shared among classmates at Saratoga High. The men are now 18, but were not identified in the court papers.
It's shaming the putting of Audrey's image out there that caused her life. And yet this settlement agreement says we're not going to allow you, we're not going to shame you.
As part of the agreement, the men will talk honestly about what happened in a documentary, but won't have to show their faces.
It was January 8th of 2012, and it was 22 degrees that night. And when Daisy was left out in the front yard, unconscious.
Daisy and a 13-year-old friend had snuck out of their house and come here, the home of a 17-year-old member of the powerhouse Maryville football team. There was alcohol, and there was sex. He told police it was consensual. She said it was not. Charges were quickly
They
filed.
all in the police report admitted that she was unconscious and they had to carry her out of the house.
But within 2 weeks, the most serious charges against the boys were dropped. A prosecutor cited lack of evidence. The rumored video of the incident was never found. Coleman believes the politically connected family of one of the accused helped make the charges disappear for the football star. And
There we go. Help make the charges disappear. Fuck. Holy shit. Oh my God. Unbelievable. And yes, Virgo away. How are you, by the way? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a little while. It happens quite often with young men that are on sports teams, especially and usually the young men that are good at the sports that they play and can make money for, whoever by playing, the recruiters are looking at them. They might go into, college football, eventually move up into the, NFL, AFL, whichever, money. And in a lot of places, their parents have money as well. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And in rural Maryville, many in the community leapt to the defense of the accused and attacked Coleman online.
They actually started a trending hashtag that said Jordan and Matt are free. And it got really popular. So I saw that all over my Twitter.
After the incident.
Oh my God. Isn't that horrible? Oh my God. Also happens a lot depending on who their parents are. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Fireflies, honey. How are you? And a lot of places. Oh, yeah. Their parents have money as well. Right. Yeah. Oh, lost mother of one. Hugs for you, sweetheart. If you don't mind me reading your comment, she says, I was 21. I'm 64 now. It forever changes your life and trusting people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trauma never goes away. No, it doesn't. No matter if you are able to, if you've been able to, I don't want to say the word deal with it. I don't want to say deal with it. That's not really kind of the word that I'm looking for. It sounds a little bit too empty, but embrace maybe your story, who you are as a person, who it's made you. People like somebody said to me once, like, you're not a victim, you're a survivor. And I hope that anybody that has gone through anything like this believes in themselves and understands and knows you are not a victim, you are a survivor. And that's amazing. That's amazing.
Even the high school became a battleground, with some students harassing Coleman and her siblings. It got so bad, soon the family decided to move 40 miles back east to Albany.
If Maryville won't defend these young girls, if the police are too cowardly or corrupt to do their job, if justice system has abandoned them, then someone else will have to stand for them. Mayor Jim Fall, your hands are dirty, Maryville. Expect us.
That last one said that Daisy struggled for years with her sexual assault. Daisy became an advocate and a co-founder of Safe Bay.
Co-founded Safe Bay, a nonprofit that educates students about consent, acquaintance rape, and online bullying.
I think people don't understand who I really was before all of this happened. I was almost like a stereotype. I had blonde hair, I was a cheerleader, I was on the dance team, I did pageants. I was such a sheltered child at the time. I was a good kid, just to put it that way. After everything happened, all they saw of me was me running away from school, or me running away from the problem, or lashing back at people that were lashing towards me.
Daisy's life changed forever on a cold night in January 2012. She had snuck out to meet up with Matthew Barnett, a high school senior from a politically connected family. The hospital records showed Daisy's sustained injuries consistent with rape, and Barnett admitted on camera to having sex with her. That's when the harassment started.
Find that like people use social media as like a dehumanized way to speak to other people, because they aren't seeing your reaction on your face whenever they're saying these terrible things to you. It did come from so many people telling me all these things and then me believing I was those things, because
And that's very true, right? On social media, they do not see the reaction on your face when you're saying things like that. When you are harassing somebody, bugging them, teasing them, bullying them, shaming them, blaming them. They don't, they through social media now, we don't see reactions on people's faces most of the time. And that, I think, has become a little bit of an issue, right? So and here's just a couple of tweets by Daisy on April 13th, 2013. She says, sometimes I wonder why I try. On May 3rd, 2013, and if I jump, just let me sink, please. That's incredibly sad to have anybody think that they need to even make posts like this.
Because so many people were telling me that. And you lose a part of yourself because
And yeah, the Betty part is coming up, you guys. Yeah, this is, I don't know, this is such a good video. I don't know what to say. I'm so proud, I guess. I'm so proud. And thankful that this video was made. I really am.
because you're trying to rekindle with what you believe you are, but then everyone is telling you something exactly opposite. So it just completely misconstrues how you look at yourself. There is a long point of sadness. And, that was a part of me forgiving myself for what happened that night, is realizing that I didn't control this other guy's actions, that he only had control over his actions. It wasn't my fault. After my assault had happened, I definitely felt like very, very alone in the beginning when I got so tired of being told to shut up all the time by someone. I was just always being told just to quit talking about it. So, that's when I decided to speak out about it. So the semicolon project was originally started by Amy Blohl. In a sentence, a semicolon is a pause. It's not an end, it's just a pause. And so what the semicolon represents is that your story isn't over yet, it's just paused for the moment. Your story isn't over yet, it's just paused for the moment.
Isn't that sad? This young woman tried to do something to make a change, and she didn't make it. I mean, I think that she is making a change. Whether she's here or not, but we need people like her. We need people like her and not people like Betty. I mean, this young woman here had passion in her heart to help people. And now she's gone. Now she's gone. It says on here on the screen, I wish I could have taken the pain from her. She never recovered after what those boys did to her. It is so unfair. Daisy's mother, Melinda. Yes, Rowena, I certainly can. Absolutely. I will I will definitely, for sure. Four months later, Daisy's mother also passed. And I guess they're together again. That said, shame and blame. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I apologize. It says shame and blame driven silence must be stopped. Victim advocate bets. Let's see how many times, let's see how many ways she tries to blame and shame a victim who dared to tell her story. Who dared to tell her story. That's a horrible, horrible, horrible inference, I think is the word I'm looking for. Dared to tell her story. Like, you should be able to tell your story if that is what you want to do. If people want to keep it inside, then that's up to them. There's no reason why you have to tell your story. But if you do want to tell your story, and if you do want to help, trying to help somebody, anybody, you should have the right to do so. And you shouldn't have people shaming you for it.
Doing something that you did not ask for yourself, okay? That you were not a willing participant in, and go on another channel and say he did something to you that disgusting when we all know that's not true, right?
Okay, so number 1 was you asked for it. Here we have number 2, you are a liar.
And then come into my chat room of all places and start talking and communicating. You are not welcome here, okay? Just because you're a woman and you scream the R word doesn't mean that every other woman believes the bullshit that came out of your mouth first and foremost. It's right for you. You did dirty. You did dirty. You did our boy dirty. You know it was a damn lie. I know it was a damn lie because I was on the phone with him, okay? I know you were wanting it.
Number 3, I was on the phone with him. It is our word against yours.
That doesn't want anybody knowing her address. Baby, I know who you are. I know your address. Don't make me show up on your front doorstep, but you will never be here.
Stay silent or there will be consequences. This, by the way, is a crime. Victim advocate bets.
Chat room again, so move on. Go back to Amissa and do what you do over there. Do what you do best.
Number 5, slut shaming.
Like, why don't you call law enforcement? Why don't you call this in? She's like, oh no, it is what it is. That is not our victim.
Number 6, your assault doesn't look like mine. You must be lying.
That's not our victim. I was armed. You know what? I was armed. You know what I did? I got away as quickly as I could. I called 911 and I was straight to the hospital. That is a...
Of course you did. Of course you did, Betty. You are so full of fucking shit. You are so full of shit. I'm sorry to say this, but I really do not think that Betty was ever armed. I don't think she ever was, because she doesn't talk. She doesn't act like somebody who has been traumatized in that way. And I'm sorry if anybody, thinks I'm shaming, blaming, whatever. I really don't think that her stories about what she has said about her abusive path, I don't believe one word. I'm sorry, I really don't. I have talked to many, many people who have lived a life of being AR'd or sexually assaulted by somebody that a stranger, anybody, and they do not act like this woman does. Look at the anger on her face right now. She is angry. She's got her fucking middle finger up. Like, who does stuff like that? Yes, look at the venom in her. This is nothing but rage and revenge and hate.
He's a victim.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Betty. I hope you have found the healing, peace, and justice in whatever way that might look like to you.
I was not there. I'm not going to allege whether one thing or the other thing happened. All I know is I don't believe her.
6 times in under 1 minute. Victim advocate. Betty blamed, shamed, belittled, and threatened a victim 6 times in under 1 fucking minute. I agree, Darby.
There is so much stigma when it comes to survivors sharing their stories. I'm not the first person to have posted about their incident on social media or to question institutions and laws put in place, nor will I be the last. And I personally have witnessed other survivors speaking up on social media and sharing their own experience.
Rowena, this video is by Unsupervised Maniacs. I will, again... Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Copy. I'll put the link in the chat.
And then only to be cyberbullied for doing so. Victim blaming occurs when people try to rationalize the behavior of the perpetrator by attributing part or all of the blame onto survivors. And while online platforms have given a voice to survivors like social media, they've also proved to further amplify victim blaming in some of these instances. And that was something that always puzzled me. Like, when a survivor was brave enough to speak up about their abuse, why is the first thing that comes to our mind to question the validity of their experience? All reports show that only between 2 to 10% of reports of sexual assault are estimated to be false. Knowing statistics like these, why are we still giving the benefit of the doubt to the perpetrator and not to the survivor? It begs the question, why are survivors the ones living burdened by shame-induced silence? Every action we take to further change perceptions on what is acceptable and what should not be makes a difference.
It says here, victim, child advocate. Betty has a history of accusing multiple families of missing or murdered children of sexual assault, of child sexual assault of their own children. Betty, accusing parents that are going probably through the worst time in their life ever, and Betty is accusing them of essaying their own children. And on the very bottom, it says here, the following will be the only clip of her doing that to ever be shared on my channel.
Don Wells is guilty because Don Wells is guilty. Don Wells did something to his daughter long before she ever disappeared. Believe that. And if you don't, it's not my problem. But you don't sit there and tell me I'm part of the problem when you're supporting a monster that did despicable things to his daughter, did despicable things to his 5-year-old sister.
This says here, that is unacceptable for anyone to make those kinds of accusations, but specifically for a self-titled advocate. No child should ever have the burden of something so life-altering put on their name or memory. It is vile and inexcusable. We love you, Patricia.
A founding member of a popular search dive team is facing allegations of rape of a child from 3 decades ago. Court documents obtained by 6 News show Jared Lisek of Adventures with Purpose is charged with 2 counts of rape of a child from 1992 in Utah. The documents say the girl was 9 years old and Lisek was 7 years older than her. Utah does not have a statute of limitations for rape.
Thank you, Utah. Thank you, Utah, for not having that statute of limitations. Thank you, Utah, and any other state that has that. I also believe that that is. I'd have to look, but I think it's the same way in Canada, but I would have to look. But yes, thank you, Utah.
Allowing charges to now be brought forward. Adventures with Purpose is on underwater search and recovery efforts for missing people, helping solve 26 cases since just 2019 alone. Back in February, the team helped find the body of a Waco mother who seemingly vanished for 4 years. Since the charges, several members of the organization have 7 of the members have left the organization. 6 News reached out for comment. We'll have more on 6 News, but have not heard back from comment from them as of yet.
Oh my gosh, the whole thing with Adventures with Purpose, like, wow. How did I feel?
I never actually saw this clip before, and holy shit, you guys.
About the whole Adventures with Purpose thing. I feel that it was very strategic when the other side of the family came out. It was right after.
It says 93% of children who are sexually abused know their abuser.
Kylie Rodney case. It was right after they were getting national recognition for the work that they were doing. You know, this was something that happened 30 years ago. It sounds like when both of them were very young. As a teenager myself, I mean, we did a lot of stupid shit when we were younger. Outside of just trying to, use it as a weapon.
Every 9 minutes, Child Protective Services substantiates a claim of sexual abuse. Every 9 minutes, you guys. Think about that. Okay? Put an alarm on your watch or on your phone to go off every 9 minutes for a 24-hour period. See how many times that alarm goes off.
Maybe they got their feelings hurt, or, it was all rushing back to her when he was, becoming successful. A million here, a million there, set up a GoFundMe, set up this, set up that. It just seems, it seems too much for me. It really does. It really sounds to me like this is something that the prosecution was not willing to take forward in the
Crimes under investigation. Hello and welcome in. They say it took me 8 years to get my ex to court for the essay of your eldest. Sorry, that comment just popped up. Hang on here a second. Sorry, I think I lost that comment now. But it said that he only got 12 months. 12 months, you guys, for essaying 2. Unbelievable. Okay, let's keep going here, you guys.
family decided to push it themselves, taking on the legal obligation of proving their case to a court. Now, victim, is there not a victim? I don't know what happened. It happened 30 years ago. It seems very strategic. It seems to cause brand damage. It seems to,
I'm so sorry, crimes under investigation. I'm so sorry. I'm a victim myself of my adopted father. So, yeah. I'm there with you guys. I hold the hand of anybody who is struggling with anything that is from result of tragedy in their life.
She feels wronged and wants vindication. It seems a lot more lying under the surface with the whole Adventures with Purpose thing. Okay, I don't care about that case. I just don't. People may be up in arms. So how can you be a victim, right? Don't care about it because I got children. This is one, right? This child right here is missing. I don't care about a living, breathing victim that had 30 years to recover.
Okay, I'm going to back it up just a tiny little bit. Because I'm pretty sure that she said that, well, how does she know? How does she understand something like this? Because she has children? Did she just say that? I'm pretty sure she did. Let's have a listen. I think I went back far enough. Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay, I don't care.
Because she's got children. Betty, you don't have any children. Okay? You may have had like a stepchild through a marriage that I think you were married for a year. It doesn't make you mommy. Okay? And if you're talking about all the children out here that you claim to help, well, they're not your children and they don't need your help.
Child right here is missing. I don't care about a living, breathing victim that had 30 years to recover. Okay?
She doesn't care about a living, breathing victim that had 30 years to recover. See? When she says things like that I know for a fact she has never been abused. She's never been traumatized. She's never, ever, ever been traumatized the way that you get when you are essayed by somebody who is close to you, even by somebody you do not know. If you did have children, Betty, you would never talk like this. Ever, ever, ever. Even if you had a child that never experienced the tragedy that it is to be taken advantage of like that when you're a child, you would never speak like that. You would never. Just being a parent itself gives you the compassion inside to understand things like this. Because you can imagine if it did happen to your own child, when you hear stories of other victims and survivors. Yes, she is a horrible human being. She really is. 30 years later, I still haven't recovered. No, I mean, I don't mean this disrespectfully, trust no one, but you probably never will, right? And I hope that you have been able to embrace your story, I guess, for lack of a better word. But people, you don't recover from something like this. You just don't. You learn to deal with it. You learn to wake up every morning and you learn to live your life. Okay? You learn to grow up and you learn to have children of your own. Sometimes people choose not to have kids that have been through something like this. But Betty, Andrew Griffin, I don't think she's ever been through the tragedy that abuse is. And that's just my opinion.
This environment, do I want to see them destroyed and go away? Absolutely not. And anybody that does is an idiot. Is an absolute idiot. And please tell me one.
It says here, be very clear. Inappropriate sexual talk with a child, a minor, is sexual abuse. And yes, it is.
Person in here so freaking perfect, they never made a mistake as a kid. Because I mean, if you're looking at me to say I didn't do something stupid as a kid, you're wrong. Well, 9 and 17, okay. I mean, sounds stupid. You know, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little young. What this man did 30 years ago. What they're doing today has nothing, absolutely nothing, to do with what he did 30 years ago. And for the team.
Okay, well, every single thing in his life, doesn't matter what the fuck he does, he could become a friggin' priest. He could become the fucking Pope. That doesn't make him not guilty.
That jump ship. You know, sometimes loyalty has the greatest reward. It has its greatest reward.
Loyalty is owned to the victim, not the perpetrator. Oh, Shay, she sounds like my mother. I was told to get over it. And when he got out of prison, her brother, she took him in. Oh, Shay, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, my goodness. I hope that you are feeling some hugs from me. So that's horrible. My mom as well decided to just close her eyes. Not I wasn't believed either. So and my mom basically was like that too. After I was taken out of the home, I was 12 years old when I was taken out of the home, and I was put into foster care, and I never went back. I never went back ever again. And my mom, who had said that she wanted to maintain a relationship with me, never came to see me, never called me, nothing. The day that I was taken out of the home was all, well, I mean, I have talked to her since then, but when I was younger, she never called. And nowadays I don't really talk to my parents. I don't talk to them at all. Which sounds really fucked up, right? I mean, why would I? And, whatever. But it's just the dynamic of our family has just been that way. Sweep it under the rug. It never happened. Don't talk about it. It never happened. Let's just continue on and pretend that we're happy. She's gone now, so we don't need to worry about her anymore. We'll just continue our life. And that's basically the way that was. So, and I actually moved in with my abuser's sister after I left that home. And I stayed with them for quite some time. 3 years I was there, because I was out on my own by 15. So I was there for 3 years. And they would, my adopted parents, they would send like Christmas cards and birthday cards, just normal things like that. Back in the day when you used to send letters and birthday cards and stuff like that. And I remember every single time that okay, this might make me cry a little bit. Every single time that a card would come in from them, I remember the most important thing for me was to look inside that card and see if it included my name. If it said, Merry Christmas to so and so and so and so and so and so, and include my name. And it never did. It never did. It never did. Not once. And I remember, when I was young like that, it was so important to me. It really was so important to me just to see my name in one card. Just in one card. And I guess it would I don't know, I guess it would somehow validate that, like, at least my mom, still loved me and thought about me. But a card like that never came. So, I knew this was going to be hard for me, but I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. I'm going to be 51. Excuse me for sniffing. I'm going to be 51 in February. And Betty is talking about how she doesn't care about somebody who has had 30 years to recover. And I think a lot of people know that I can be very strong when it comes to telling my story. I can be very straightforward about it. Of course, I haven't blurred everything out about my story on here to people. But here I am talking about it, and tears still fill my eyes because it is something that you never get over. You don't. You learn to live with it, is what happens. And yeah, so good for you, Betty. That's great. It's wonderful that you don't care about that 9-year-old little girl, you know, that you didn't have a choice. And just because it's 30 years later doesn't mean that it doesn't count, you know? So thank you, Patricia. Oh, Rowena, Chaos, thank you so much. Okay. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. Keep going. And yeah, right, Michelle? You learn to live with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I mentioned this to you before, but my first name is also Michelle. So I don't know. It was just, I think about it sometimes, and all I wanted to see was, you know, two so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and Michelle. I just wanted to see my name in one of those cards, and I never did. So anyways, yes. Anyways, I apologize. I kind of went off a little bit there, but I understand this. I connect with this, you know, so I hope maybe something I say might help somebody. And oh my goodness, Wonder Woman, oh goodness. Oh my goodness. 30 years later, and when she sees him, she is that 9-year-old little girl. BHP knows nothing about abuse, as she has always been the abuser. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Road Rash, I appreciate it. Daddy's baby girl. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to mute for a second so I can blow my nose and probably wipe some mascara off my face or something like that, you know. So. Hey, Rongo. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. I hope 2024 is a good year for you, for sure. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. So. Okay. There are no tears in YouTube. I know there's no tears in YouTube. I wasn't crying. Were you? I wasn't crying. Were you? Yes. Oh, Miss Mo. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Have a good night. Have a good night. Right? Smoke it if you got it. I do got it. So, okay. Let's get going here, you guys. We're about halfway through this video. So, let's keep it going. Thank you, everybody. And hugs and love to every single person out there that has suffered any type of tragedy like this in their life. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are so amazing. I love you guys so much. You're so amazing. All of you are just, oof. There's no crying in baseball, right? I can hear him saying that. Yes. All right, here we go, you guys.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna wait for a few people to get into the chat, and then we'll get started. We did schedule our meet and greet. Many people across the state of Florida were planning on coming to meet with us, and of course, in the good human nature of YouTube, you got some people that actually were out in front of the Gabby Petito house with us. That used to be people that we perceived as friends or friendly. I found out very quickly. Not so. You don't tell Bullhorn Betty. You try to come over here and make nice with me, and then you're going to tell me what I can and can't do in my own state that I work my ass off in. You have got to be joking me. You have got to be joking me. And for you to show the lack of respect toward me.
You see that look on her face? I mean, this woman seriously is like, she seriously thinks the world owes her something, you know? She thinks that she's the fucking queen. Like, it's just unbelievable how much she thinks of herself. Like, watch the look on her face. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. She really seriously just thinks she's the greatest thing ever. She does.
And you have got to be joking me. You have got to be joking me. And for you to show the lack of respect toward me. No.
That face.
No, no, no. And let me just give a little message. Your threats may have been to someone. I was with that someone, therefore your threats are directly toward me. And you live in the same state I live in. I just want to let you think about this just real quickly. You live in the same state.
That's a threat if I ever heard one. And you see how she inserted herself? Okay. I'm pretty sure she's talking about the threats against Dolly. All right. When they were down in Savannah, it came out that a few women were accusing Dolly of SA. And now she just said, "Oh, you accused him? That means you're accusing me because he's my friend." What? She is unbelievable. She is the captain of the fucking crazy boat, you know? She has to be.
State I live in. If you don't think I will have your ass in court and with a restraining order quicker than shit, you want to threaten people? You want to injure and harm somebody? You want to be.
She's going to go get a restraining order against somebody that is accusing her friend of sexual assault. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Be violent to people, everything that I advocate against, and you think you're going to what? Intimidate?
Everything that you advocate against, right? Okay. With your 6 domestic violence registration, okay, you are 6 times, Betty, 6 times on the Florida Domestic Violence Registry. 6 times, Betty. And you advocate. Okay.
Intimidate me?
Mm-hmm. This says here, child victim advocate bets is talking about the creator. Oh, White Boy Lockdown Radio. Okay. And his wife, Damaged with No Regrets, who she claims was threatening her. Okay.
Because you were out there with us doing that exact work. You want to hit a woman and be standing out in front of Gabby Petito's house demanding justice and denouncing abuse, domestic violence, and you yourself beat your wife?
Oh my God. Victim child advocate Betty accuses others of intimate partner violence, but it is she who has been arrested several times, more than several times, 6 times. Still today, she is on the Florida Domestic Violence Registry.
That's where we're going?
Hey,
okay.
Nils.
I gotcha. Well, now you know where I stand on it. Again, won't give you a plug. Take your ass off my channel. You guys can talk all the madcast shit you want. Nobody's gonna listen to you. Why? Because you did it to yourself. By being egotistical, arrogant, and stupid. Stupid! You don't want to threaten Bullhorn Betty. And you damn sure don't want to threaten her with violence. That is literally the absolute worst thing you can ever do. Absolutely the worst thing you can ever do. Don't live in the world.
Well, you know what, Betty? If I was in front of you, you better believe there'd be some kind of something. I can tell you that. I'm not sure I'd be able to control my arms. And perhaps my fists at the end of my arms. Perhaps. Not saying anything would happen, but perhaps.
World, but I wouldn't harm anyone. No one is worth going to prison for. Exactly. Thank you. There's a lot of people that I don't like. I don't go and assault them.
That says yes, she does. Oh my goodness, Betty. The last one said victim unknown in 1999. Victim E in 2001. Family not temporary injection, order of dismissal, attention, protection against repeat violence. You see that? The second line down. Petition for injunction for protection against repeat violence. Repeat violence. Well, Betty, isn't that crazy? It says here on line number 7, it says temporary injunction for protection against repeat violence was served. Order of dismissal of temporary injunction for protection against repeat violence. Unbelievable, this woman. Seriously. Victim R in 2006. This says here, the listed defendant was at the listed location with her boyfriend, victim. The defendant was in an argument with the victim. The defendant then shoved the victim, and the victim shoved her back. The defendant then bit the victim on the right side of his chest, leaving a small red mark in the shape of teeth. And the victim refused to complete an affidavit. Probably because he was scared shitless. Excuse me. This one says victim R, 2007. The listed defendant, Andra, went to the above listed residence and entered the rear fence. Just give me a second. I have to cough. Okay, I apologize about that, guys. I keep getting a little tickle in the back of my throat. Okay, let's start this over. This says the listed defendant, Andrew Griffin. It's blanked out, but everybody knows. Whatever. Went to the above listed residence and entered the rear fence, fenced in yard, and was banging on the back door in an attempt to contact her boyfriend. So and so and so and so. So and so was given a trespass warning. That would be Betty, I guess. Was given a trespass warning on 07/13/07. I confirmed this trespass warning with MSO something teletype unit. Post Miranda, she said that she was in the yard and entered the covered porch to knock on the back door. She also said that she knew that she was trespassing from the property and should not have been there. Well, I guess you shouldn't have been there. So-and-so also said that he saw her on the porch banging on the door and called 911. I can imagine what it was like. Whoever, we'll call him George. George, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, I know you're in there. Yeah, could you imagine? I can. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Oh, I just missed that one. Sorry. Let's go back. Sorry. Okay, and this one says on June 1st, 2012, Andra did violate FSS battery. The victim, Vincent, who was her husband, I believe, and Andra, our husband and wife. Okay, there we go. According to Vincent's statement, Andrew was driving them home from dinner at a friend's house because he was highly intoxicated and couldn't drive. This made Andra upset. The two engaged in a verbal altercation over Vince being intoxicated, which became physical when Andra backhanded him with an open hand, leaving a small abrasion on the inside of his upper lip. Vincent and Andra arrived at home and engaged in another altercation where Andra threw a styrofoam container full of food at him, striking him in the left shoulder area. Vincent said he did not want to press charges and refused to sign an affidavit. Crazy. Darius, no, I am not single. I'm not. I apologize. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. Not single, though. No, I'm not. At least not the last time I asked my husband anyways. He said, no, you're not. So, thank you, guys. I will take my meds. I appreciate that. I know you guys all hear my alarm go off. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Thank you. I will take them. Okay. Let's keep going here with this video. Okay, this one is kind of moves around a little bit. Intentionally slapping the victim in the face with an open hand. I can't see the very top because of, the title of the video is in the way. Oh, maybe if I do this. Hang on. I don't think it will. Okay. Vincent and Andra have been married for the past year and 4 months. They share no children in common and currently reside together as a family. Vincent observed a friend of Andra at the bar. Vincent confronted him and spoke to him for a brief moment. Andra and Vincent exited the bar, and Andra immediately began yelling at Vincent for approaching her friend at the bar. Andrea then slapped Vincent on the right cheek with an open hand. Andrea then fled the bar in her vehicle while she was intoxicated. Perhaps that's one of the times she's received a DUI. No injuries were observed to Vincent as a result of being slapped. During my investigation, Andrea pulled into the parking lot of Mulligan's. Andrea appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. Deputy Coleman was contacted and conducted a DUI investigation. Andrea was arrested for DUI and domestic battery. Andrea has one prior arrest for a domestic battery against Vincent. Vincent was under the influence of alcohol upon my arrival. While speaking with Vincent, he advised that he immediately called 911 as a result of being slapped in the face. Vincent was adamant that he wanted to go forward with charges against Andrea. Vincent was unable to complete an affidavit due to his inability to write. Yeah. Isn't that a fucking fucked up something? Like, can't they record an affidavit from him? Can't they have somebody write it out for him while he speaks? So, yes. Yeah. Keep blocking subs. They love it. Who's blocking subs? Are people getting blocked? What's going on? What's going on? Let me know. What's going on, you guys? Did this say should have picked it up and helped him write? Yeah, you would think that they would. You would think that they would. So that's the reasons why I think that perhaps Vincent was a little too afraid to go forward with the charges. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. On 10/13/2012 in Manatee County, Florida, the Florida defendant did violate FSS, a bunch of numbers and stuff, the victim, who is the defendant's cohabitant spouse, alleges that he was involved in a heated altercation with the defendant. He became very angry and began breaking items in the residence. The defendant then obtained a kitchen knife and cut the tires on his truck. That's some fucking crazy bitch shit. I don't care who you are. That is some crazy bitch shit. The victim alleged that she then pushed him down several times, causing injury to his right side, outside forearm. The victim stated that the defendant then punched him in the mouth with her fist, causing him to bleed, and his front teeth became loose. He stated the defendant then put her hands around his neck and choked him. However, he did not lose consciousness. The victim stated that the defendant then stated that she would murder herself with a knife. However, she did not harm herself at that time. The victim, I think it's supposed to say declined. The victim declined to complete an affidavit because he stated that he can't write too well. So here's another incident, unless it's the same one. I don't think it is, though, where the affidavit couldn't for some reason couldn't be taken, couldn't be done. So yeah, unbelievable. Here we go with another one. On September 10th, 2016, at approximately 00:45 hours, I was dispatched to a call in reference to 2 suspicious people walking down 9th Street West. According to the anonymous caller, the female collapsed in the road for no apparent reason. Okay, I think this is when she like lost her pants somewhere. I believe this is the one where she lost her pants. I arrived in the area and located the victim, Vincent, and the offender, Andra, running towards my patrol vehicle. Andra was not wearing pants and appeared to be extremely intoxicated. I exited my patrol vehicle and detained Vincent for the course of my investigation. I learned the victim, Vincent, and Andra are husband and wife who live together as a family. On today's date, the couple visited the Dolphin Lounge to consume alcohol. When it was time to go, Griffin became agitated at Vincent for an unknown reason. According to Vincent, Andra started swinging wildly and struck him at least one time in the face, busting his nose, causing it to bleed profusely. Griffin claimed that she was hit, but could not tell me where she was hit. Griffin did have a scrape on her knee. That's probably from running around with no pants, falling onto the road. The scrape appeared to be caused from the ground. I determined Andra was the primary aggressor and arrested her without incident. While at the district, Andra was very verbal and stated that when she got out of jail, she was going to beat the shit out of her husband. Wow. Crazy. Let me pop back into here. Is somebody getting blocked running down the road with no clothes? Yes. This was the time. Also, it's not stated here right now here, but this was also the time that she was caught with 2 grams of coke. So yes. Oh, Kelsey's been accidentally blocked. Oh, Kelsey. Come back, Kelsey. Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, she's blocked. Okay, I will unblock her. Okay, let's keep going with this video here.
I don't go and track them down. Who does that? That to me is insane. That to me tells me you've got some major problems upstairs. So, at the end of the day, I'm not even going to give these creators a platform because they're going to be dogging Bullhorn Betty yet again. Go back to your drugs. Go back to beating your wife. Your wife likes it. Okay, clearly, she's still with you. We know it happens because I was on the other end of the phone when you gave her some of those blows and I kept my mouth shut. For her benefit. So she wasn't violated by you again.
Wow.
Support violence. I do not support domestic violence. I do not support any of it. So I beg of you guys, if you're supporting that garbage, unsubscribe.
Oh, shit.
New at 11, a first for Florida. A state attorney.
Kelsey should be back. I have, yeah. Kelsey should be back. She's been unblocked. Your Dr. Pepper did it. Yeah. And no worries, it happens. I've done it myself. where I'm like, I blocked somebody. What? Really? Did I? Shit. So, but she should do that.
Attorney is seeking the death penalty in a child rape case.
Joseph Giampa was
you.
indicted today on several counts of child sexual battery. This comes about 2 months after a Florida law went into effect, allowing a death sentence for these kinds of crimes in certain circumstances.
Announcement posted on the website for Florida's 5th Judicial District State Attorney William Gladson, saying his office has filed an intent to seek death against a Lake County man following a 6-count grand jury indictment for sexual battery of a child under the age of 12. Governor.
Yes. And, oh God. What Betty says about this is definitely some of the most disgusting things I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. Anybody's mouth.
Governor Ron DeSantis posting on social media he supports the state attorney's decision, citing new legislation. The new law went into effect on October 1st and allows for some child sex assault cases to be eligible for the death penalty. Investigators say 36-year-old Joseph Giampa was arrested last month after video evidence showed him sexually assaulting a Lake County child.
This says here, my criticism of child victim advocate Betty has zero to do with her stance on the death penalty. I support the death penalty for very personal reasons that has had a direct impact on my life. Florida is one of a handful of states that allows for the death penalty to be sought in child sexual abuse cases. It says, at this point, the Supreme Court has ruled that if no death occurs in a sexual assault case, the death penalty is cruel and unusual punishment. Really.
So this next case is not going to make us feel any better. This is I guess case I'm just going to run over as quickly as possible. This is one of the more horrific cases in the state of Florida.
One of the more horrific cases in the state of Florida. Child victim advocate Betty in 2023. She says it's one of the most horrific cases in the state of Florida. Then listen to what she says.
Good works is signing a bill into our policies here, into our laws, that basically say that if an adult fiddles and monkeys with a child under the age of 12.
Fiddles and monkeys. I'm sorry. There is no way that I would ever describe what happened to me as a child as fiddled or monkeyed. Never. I mean, that makes it sound like a game. And it's disgusting. And once again, another one of the reasons why I very, very much doubt that Betty has ever had anybody assault her.
And they're an adult, that is enough to seek the death penalty. This is related to a man that I don't know the age of this child. The only information that we have is that she's under the age of 12, and this man is 36 years old. Totally unacceptable, absolutely disgusting, and he recorded himself.
The victim is under 12 years old and recorded himself performing this abuse. I mean, that just almost makes me, it makes me like almost want to gag. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross.
Doing two very disgusting acts.
Joseph Andrew Giampa, I think it's probably Giampa, 36 was indicted on 6 counts of sexual battery upon a person under 12 years of age and 3 counts of promoting sexual performance by a child. He deserves the death penalty in my eyes. And if you read this, you will see that this isn't just a sexual abuse. This is sexual battery. Okay? So step up a little bit, I think. This includes a little bit more to this story. Sexual battery. Florida statute 794.001, a sexual battery offense consists of any type of sexual penetration without the other party's consent. Non-consensual contact of a sexual nature using any object also qualifies for this charge. Sexual battery may also be known as rape or sexual assault.
So the state of Florida, they have decided they're going to seek the death penalty for this man. So this man that decided to hurt a child is now going to be facing a very significant penalty for that. I'm not sure how I feel about
as
this.
he should.
I really don't. You know, you guys know I'm an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth type of person.
Oh my God. No, you are you're not an eye for an eye. You're just whatever is good for you is how you are. And that's it. Hello, Kathy. I hope you're feeling good, first of all. And this video is from Unsupervised Maniacs. So yes, everybody, please make sure that you go over and give them a sub and a like and a view on their video. Please, please, please do. Maybe leave a comment. Congratulate her on reaching 1,000 subs. She's done really, really well over the last little while with these videos. So I thank her. She did an amazing job. Thank you, Daddy Baby Girl. I appreciate that. There's the link, you guys. Go give her a sub if you haven't. Yeah.
And while these allegations are absolutely
Thank
horrific,
you, Ellen.
I want to know the age of this child. It doesn't, and I know people are going to say it doesn't matter if she was. It matters to me. This is a man's life. You know, I have questions.
This is a man's life. Okay. Okay. Well, that man chose his life. Okay. He chose his life. He chose to be a fucking pig. He chose to sexually batter a child. He chose his life. This child did not get to choose. She did not get to choose. And welcome back, Kelsey. Hello, sweetheart. We are so sorry that you were booted out. We apologize for that. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, he chose to be a monster. Yes. Yes. And that little girl had no choice. No choice.
Questions. I have questions. This is going to be one of the first death penalty.
If you were a true victim of sexual assault or rape, you would have no questions, Betty. You would have no questions, because I really have no questions. If this man did this, as bad as as they're putting it out to be, then he deserves what he gets. He deserves what he gets. They should put people like him in like general population, you know, otherwise known as Gen Pop. They should make them walk in there with a sign that states what they're in there for. And then we won't even need the death penalty. We just need prison justice.
Cases that I am aware of under this new law. I'd like to see how this is done. I'm very cognizant. Listen, I want people away. I want people under the jail that do horrible things. And this is a violent offense, and I absolutely advocate for violent offenders to be locked up. I am a law and order person.
Hey, Wing Zero. Hey, Sunrisa. And
We advocated for the death penalty, and an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. He didn't kill anybody.
Hey, Spudler.
That's the
Okay. Oh, holy fucking Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit more here. Let's listen again what she says about this child who was under the age of 12 and this man who is now who was 36 years old. Okay. Ducking Fox, hello. I feel strongly that she has never been that type of victim that she claims. I agree.
this new law. I'd like to see how this is done. I'm very cognizant. Listen, I want people away. I want people under the jail that do horrible things. And this is a violent offense, and I absolutely advocate for violent offenders to be locked up. I am a law and order person.
No, you're Betty Law. Betty Law is what you go by. And this says not so much when it is victim advocate Betty committing the abuse, right? Not so much advocating for that. Oh, well, I guess she did. She didn't advocate against the abuse. She advocated for the abuse. I do believe that she threatened. Vince, I do believe that she did. They owned a home together. I think I heard something about a business. I'm not quite sure. I don't take that as fact. And I think that she probably constantly threatened him. And in the end, she took everything that he had, I do believe. That's what I think. So, I don't know. Anyways, Betty's rules, do as I say, not as I do. Yes, and if you don't do as I say, you're going to pay for it. Right? Yeah. My goodness. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
We advocated for the death penalty, and an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. He didn't kill anybody. That's the moral issue that I'm having. Did he do horrific acts? Yes.
You think that he didn't kill anybody? Okay. That's an interesting word that you use. Okay. You definitely, you're trying to heighten, how do I say this? He didn't kill anybody, I guess he's minimizing, not, he didn't kill anybody. Oh, well, I guess, do you not think that he killed the spirit of that young girl? Like, we don't even, I haven't read too much up on this. Where is that girl, Betty? Where is she today? Is she okay? Has she been able to get help? Has she been able to understand that it wasn't her fault? Is she able to go to school? Is she able to just do regular things like a child should be able to do? I doubt it. I imagine that this young girl is, I hope, working extremely hard to take her life back at such a young age, such a small young age. And you know what, Betty? I was 12 and under too. I didn't ask for it. It's not my fault. Just because I was 12 and under doesn't minimize. Just because he didn't kill me doesn't minimize.
And he did injure this child. But did he injure her to the point where it affects, it's going to affect her life? Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, okay. See? You stupid bitch. Why don't you slap yourself in the face every once in a while? you know? Because you seriously catch yourself every once in a while saying stupid things, you know, completely outrageous things. And then you try to correct yourself. You backpedal a little bit. Oh shit, I didn't say that. Oh, treading water here. I just dunked my head under. Gotta start treading water again, you know, swim a little harder.
But there's nobody that lost their life here. There's nobody that lost their life here. And as disgusting and grotesque as these charges are, I don't know how I feel about the death penalty for these charges, because I do believe in law and order.
Never mind the psychological trauma of a child whose innocence and childhood was stolen by choice.
Level of them seeking death, just from what I'm reading now. Again, there's a lot of details they will not be putting into, and I'm trusting Google here, you know, to provide me information. But this is a child, so there's a lot of confidentiality that goes on with cases that have children as victims. So there's a lot of details that will not, for the protection of this child, and it is good policy, by the way, but for protection of this child, that we're not going to know about.
It says here, it's good policy, except child victim advocate Betty likes to accuse families of missing and murdered children of sexually abusing their own children.
Even Charlotte Senna, that was, you know, they waited for the story to die down before they brought the charges against him for what he did to that little girl. And they did that because of the sensitivity to the fact that she's a child.
This was after Savannah. I'm not exactly sure what stream this is from, but you can see that like her office is set up a little bit differently. And she did that, like this was after Savannah. I don't believe that this was too long ago. I think probably within the last couple weeks.
And, you know, they have to charge him. It's going to be public, but they need to try to take as much publicity away from that kind of charge as possible in an effort to protect the victim of this crime. Because whenever you go through this, it's not that people blame you for it. It's just a very personal situation that is very hurtful. And it's so private, and to know that all these strangers know this personal and private thing has happened to you, it's it's emotional. It's emotional. That's the best way to describe it. It's absolutely 100% emotions. Indicted on.
It's emotional. It's emotional. No, it's life altering. It can cause depression, severe depression. Okay. It can cause people to be afraid to open up to anybody. It can cause them to be alone for the rest of their life because they're so fucking scared to let anybody in. There's so much damage that comes from situations like this. And Betty has not a fucking clue. Not a clue.
On 6 counts of battery on a child, on a person. Listen, it says under 12, so it's not over.
This is the stupidest thing that I ever fucking heard her say, Mike. I mean, serious. It's under 12, so it's not over 12. What the fuck are you saying, you dumb ass? Let's go back just a little bit here.
6 counts of battery on a child, on a person. Listen, it says under 12, so it's not over 12. So this child.
On a child, on a person, she said. No, it's a child. Okay? They are humans, yes. They are people, yes. It is a person, yes. But it is a child, Betty. It's not an adult that has lived life, learned experiences, had things, you know, knows how to deal with this. It's a child.
Child had been 11 years old or less. And it says under the age of 12. So they haven't quite made it to the age of 12 yet. That's and he's 36. It's disgusting. The decision to pursue the highest penalty reflects the gravity of the charges and the state attorney's office dedication to holding criminals accountable for their action.
She said, like, I use the word revel. She revels on stuff like this. You know, she is so that's what I think. I think that she is so excited to bring stories like this to her channel. She seems she's so excited to do this kind of stuff. She's so ready to attack the system, the process, the people, the children. I don't know. I'm losing words here. Look at my mouse stopped working. Even my mouse is like, fuck this bitch. So, okay, here we go.
The state attorney's knowledge of the sensitivity of this matter and the impact it has on our community. And again, she is a child, but this is not there's no way that I'm going to be able to talk about this. I just want you guys to understand without somebody being highly offended about something that's going to come out of my mouth, because we're dealing with.
Well, it's nice that you understand that everything that comes out of your mouth is very absolutely offensive every time. Just stop talking, Betty, please.
A sensitive topic. I'm not going to. Again, this is not coming from an emotional piece of me. If I wanted to get emotional about it, I could definitely get emotional about it and just go off the rails. Okay.
Hugs to you, Road Rash. I'm sorry that I'm missing a lot in the chat today, you guys. There's no hope for men who behave like monsters. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad, Road Rash, that you did not. I'm so glad that you're here with us. I really am.
But in this, I just want to make sure that we're factual and we have a real conversation that is not going to be tainted by by what they may twist it into. The bottom line is,
but they may twist it in. You're fucking twisting it. You're twisting it like a fucking goddamn pretzel, like a Twizzler. You know, you twist everything.
This is not a 5-year-old kid, okay, or a 6-year-old kid, a kid. This is somebody that's approaching. Now I don't know that they're not giving the age. This is where my conflict comes in. Not that any child should ever be hurt. A child should be a child until they, reach a certain level. And once they're able to make decisions for themselves, make that decision for themselves. But a child doesn't get to make that decision, even this 11-year-old.
God. All we know is the child is under 12, Betty.
But this is the issue. He didn't hurt. He hurt her, but he didn't physically hurt her.
He didn't hurt. Oh, he hurt her, but he didn't physically hurt her. Okay. Oh. Are you fucking kidding? I'm sorry. I'm going to get a little bit graphic here right now, okay? I'm going to get graphic. It says here, child victim advocate Betty. He hurt her, but he didn't physically hurt her, okay? And then it says he raped a child under 12, okay? Excuse me for a moment for the graphic sentence that I'm going to say. But Betty, how do you think it feels for a 12-year-old child, under 12 years old? How do you think it feels when a grown man penetrates her? That is physically hurting her. That is not supposed to happen to a child that is 12 or under, or a child that is even older than 12. Do you think it does not hurt? Do you think there's no bleeding? Do you think that there's no tearing when a child is raped by a grown fucking man?
Wasn't in jeopardy of death, depending on her age. Now, we hear under the age of 12. The charge is absolutely 100% horrific. I'm saying this man deserves to be in jail. He is one of those predators that probably will not ever change.
Okay, predators that probably will not ever change. Then why the fuck does he need to walk this earth?
I guarantee this is either his first victim, but it's probably not. It's probably not. So this guy needs to be in jail. This is, to me, a violent offense. and we put violent offenders away in jail. But if everything is as I'm reading,
this to me is a violent offense. Okay. The shit that comes out of your mouth is unbelievably ignorant. Of course it's a fucking violent offense, you dumbass. Oh my God. She is just unbelievable. I was 5. I was told that I could never have children from my assault. That never happened. Oh my goodness, Ellen. Hugs for you. Hello, Delene. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Yeah, exactly, Haley, right? So let a grown man. Well, I'm gonna just change one word in your comment. So let a grown rapist live, but euthanize children. Okay.
reading it, and the way I'm reading it is he had this girl, you know, he kind of groomed her.
He kind of groomed her. No, he did groom her. He absolutely did. That's what they do. Okay? That's what any sexual predator will do. Hey, can you guys, I always have trouble with your name. Hello, Kay. How are you? How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, she enlightened people with the obvious. Yeah, right. We'll be rewinding and listening in full. It's just trigger warning at all. Tonight is a very sensitive and a deep subject. So maybe have a tissue. I needed my tissues earlier. So yeah, this is a very trigger warning. Trigger warning. Hey Matthew, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Okay, let's keep on going here.
You know, showed her, explained on how to, you know, you get it. And
really, are you fucking serious? You know, well, that kind of. She's so nonchalant about this. She's so fucking nonchalant about this. Oh well, he, you know, showed her, well, you know. Are you fucking serious? This woman, oh my goodness, I'm not even. Wow.
then after that, he, yes, and I mean he did the whole gamut. So I don't want to say it's consensual. It's not. It's a child.
Oh my God. I don't want to say it's consensual. Why would that ever even come out of anybody's mouth when you were dealing with a child who is being sexually abused by a grown man? I don't want to say it was consensual. What the fuck? Wow. She just literally blows me away. Something's not right in her head. Yeah, absolutely. Kendra, I do believe that this stream was done within the last couple of weeks. I'm not, give me a second here actually, and I will take a look and see if she, oh my goodness, look at all this amazing good, oh my goodness. Wow, you guys, make sure you please go and check out the description in this video. Look at all this amazing resources that she's added. Unbelievable. Crazy. Okay. Well, there are so many good links in this description. So please go and And check them out, you guys. Look at all this great stuff. Oh my goodness. And I don't mean great stuff. You know what I mean. I mean valuable references and support out there. I will use a DMCA attorney if you strike this video, Bet. That's great. I love that. So it does not have the link to the video that Betty did this in, but I do believe that it was within the last couple weeks. So yeah, probably not hard. Just look at what she was wearing and try to find that. So this says the child victim advocate Betty, please don't ever discuss any child's sexual assault and use the word consensual in the same sentence. No child can ever consent, no matter what their age.
Next, that'd be disgusting. This man should never have touched this child. But what I'm trying to say is he didn't beat her. He didn't brutalize her. He brutalized her, but not in a physical sense where she was in jeopardy of losing her life, is my point.
Okay. He didn't brutalize her in the sense of she was, in risk of losing her life. Okay. Do you understand how many young women, young men, even grown women or grown men that take their life because of the tragic things that they had to go through as a child? Do you know that, Betty? I mean, you're, a world famous advocate and you know everything and you should know, stats like that. I mean, I don't know what the stats are, but I can believe that they're pretty high. They're pretty high. So you want to sit here and say that this man didn't physically harm her and he didn't take her life. She was not in risk of losing her life. Okay? From the very first moment any child is touched by somebody who should not be touching them, they, right at that moment, become in danger of losing their life. Because suicide is huge when it comes to people's tragedies that they try to live with every day. But obviously you probably don't really know that. You don't care about that part. You don't care.
And like I said, it's kind of hard to dance around this because nothing you really say is going to, I can't really formulate what I'm trying to say into words other than he does deserve a very extensive and very long.
You can't formulate into words because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's why. That's why. It's because you don't care about these kids. You don't pay attention to the children. Ever.
Even life in prison. And you guys very rarely hear me say that, but I'm an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth person. And when I say that, I mean that. He didn't kill anybody. I don't see where this rises to the level of death. And even a child, that does. A kid does. It's hard because the age is a factor for me. I'm sorry, it is. It's a factor for me in determining whether I feel that this man has risen to the level of the death penalty or not. And that's just me personally. Now,
the age is a factor. She was under 12. He was 36. So the age is a factor. Well, because 12 and under, they don't matter? For some sick fucking reason that you have in your head? I don't know. Okay.
Each of you may say maybe completely different. You guys may totally disagree with me. And you may say,
oh, yeah,
he hurt a child under the age of 12. That's unacceptable. He knew better and he ruined this girl's life. And because of that, and because of the stuff he did, he deserves death penalty.
Yes. It says, so child victim advocate Betty, the child rapist should not get death if the child is over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but some children should be euthanized.
Hearts wanting to save children. Some children are not worth saving, and I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Just like some dogs. Some dogs are too vicious that they have to be euthanized. And we have to take into consideration because we consider dogs animals. Human beings are animals too. We're just a different species of animals. We're all mammals. We are all this, even dogs. They have hair, they breathe oxygen, they give live birth. We are mammals. We are animals. And some of us are too vicious to live amongst the rest of us.
Like you? I mean, don't take me wrong. I am not saying you should be euthanized. Not at all. But I believe that maybe you should just cut all internet off. Just have cable. That's it. Just cable. So you can watch TV. Okay. Maybe you can come on over to YouTube and watch all of our videos and learn something. You know, learn how to become a better person. Seriously. Hey, Objection BS. How are you? New here. Thank you. I hope you hit that sub button. Welcome, welcome. And tonight we are talking about how Bullhorn Betty says that she's an advocate for children, but then speaks utter disgust about those children that she believes she's advocating for. This one, this live does include talk of sexual assault. It does get pretty real. I myself get pretty real. So please just trigger warning for anybody that is going to be watching this over. And thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. I know that this is I don't know. This isn't a very a fun thing to talk about. I mean, it's never really fun when you talk about Betty, but at least sometimes we can definitely like laugh with at her. But this one is pretty deep. So I just want to make sure that I'm trying to protect you guys. That's all. So, okay, here we go.
And we need to euthanize them like we do the vicious dogs. And that's how I feel. I don't think an age changes what's in their heart, in their mind, and in their soul. I just don't believe that.
So this says here, don't euthanize the vicious child rapist, just the vicious children. Is that it? Child victim advocate Betty? And then the last one there said, I am every victim, every survivor. It is your story to tell. If, how, when, why. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Trust No One, for subbing up to them. Are you talking about Nassar? Larry Nassar? He was the Olympic coach of the girls gymnastics, I believe, team. Larry Nassar. My grandmother's family numbers to this day. It was 15 years ago. It does not go away. Absolutely. Absolutely. For me this year, it's going to be 39 years for me. And it still definitely does not go away. Absolutely no. Olympic gymnast and college coach, yes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The Zinga, most SA abusers were once abused themselves. It is a vicious cycle of pain. Absolutely. But he doesn't realize how dangerous she is. Simon Biles was one of my favorites. So many hopes for her, and I pray she never gives up. Yes. Well, I think that's about all that we need to do for tonight. Let's check out, let's see here. What do I, let me see. Because I did have another video from her. We watched that one already. Okay. Yeah, all the other stuff I have is just deals with a bunch of fuck shit. And I don't think that is appropriate to go into after such a live as we have had tonight. So, oops, oh my goodness, I almost shut down my computer. That wouldn't have been good. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, so yeah, it's wild. Let me see let's read some comments here because I've missed a lot of you guys' comments tonight. So, it's wild that in 2023, men will still destroy our lives or even kill us for sex. When are the men going to be stopped? When is it going to be on them to change instead of us? I don't get it. Patricia, I agree. And the same thing can be said for women as well. Because although it is, I don't want to use the word rare, perhaps uncommon, that women are the abusers when it comes to sexual assault. But it does happen. So Betty really is a hazard to society. Yes, it's not going to be not going to be able to sleep for a while. Oh, Ellen. I hope not because of tonight's live. Yes, Rachel, thank you. Big hug to anyone that is needing it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good night, Lauren. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I know tonight wasn't easy, but it was important. So I appreciate, yeah, all of you being here. Anyone can be a victim. Absolutely. And yes, Spudler, it is becoming less uncommon. Absolutely. I think the most, I don't want to say the most, but I think one of the common stories that we hear about women being abusers is has to do with like teachers. You know, a lot of stories that we hear are like, you know, teachers, you know, sleeping with their students or, you know, things like that. So, and this is not a dig on teachers. Ellie, if you're listening, or not Ellie, Emmy, sorry, not Ellie. Emmy, if you're listening, this is like not a dig on teachers, but I'm just saying that for women, especially, I think a lot of the times it has to do with, you know, a teacher and a student. Not that it doesn't happen anywhere else. Absolutely. Women can be pigs too, for sure. Absolutely. So, tons of girls came forward. Oh, thank you, Halloween baby. I hope you feel you're not alone as well. Glad this was discussed. Unfortunately, this topic isn't discussed enough. Yes, Daddy's baby girl. I do discuss it on my channel every once in a while, for sure. I have no I have no embarrassment anymore. I have no shame anymore. You know, and it took a long time for me to get there, but I'm here. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me still. Of course, you guys have, you know, you guys have seen me more than once cry, not just tonight, talking about, you know, situations like this. So, but it took me a long time. And like this, like I said before, like with my family, it was a hush hush. It was don't talk about it. It was also a little bit harder because when I was taken out of my home, I was sent to live with family. Although I was still considered a foster child, because the foster mom that I lived with was my aunt, my adopted aunt, but she was also a foster mom. So I went to live with family. And that was really hard. That was very, very hard, because families visit each other, families talk. I mean, my aunt, she's an amazing person. She's still in my life. I love her so much. She was my foster mom when I was 2. When I was taken away, like me, my sister, and our younger brother, when we were taken away, we were put into a foster home, and then we were adopted. The foster mom's brother and his wife were the ones that adopted us. So when I was taken out of that home again, she stepped up and said, I will take her back. So, I mean, my story is like literally a fucking soap opera. I could write a goddamn book. Seriously. Oh, thank you, Ellen. I'm so, that makes me so happy. Oh my goodness. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you for that comment. She said, Wispy, you helped me by sharing your story. Oh, and that just means the world to me. Thank you so much, Ellen. It really means the world to me. I was 19 when an ex from my junior year in high school R'd me and his best friend after drugging me. Oh my God, took my virginity, messed me up emotionally, big time. Still, and I am 57. Yes. Oh, girl. You got my hugs and my love and my support. And I just want anybody out there that is listening right now, it's not your fault. That seems like such a cliche almost thing to say, because it's almost one of the first things that anybody ever hears, you know. Hello, Mystical Mystery. How are you? But I will say it. It's not your fault. Okay? You are worthy. You are so worthy. You are not your abuse. You are not the tragedy that happened to you. I was just about to say it doesn't make you who you are, but it does. It does make you who you are. But if you're here today and you're especially listening to this live and you are here, then you've made it. You've made it. And that matters. And sometimes that's hard to accept or hard to understand or hard to realize. But if you're here today, you matter, you're strong. You did it. You did it. You're here. And that matters. Hey TLC, how are you? Good to see you. Absolutely, Angel Chips. We are stronger than we know. Absolutely. So remember that. In those times, in those days that you are feeling not so strong, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're sad, you're angry, whatever you might be feeling in the moment, always remember that you are stronger. You can you can overcome this. You can. Oh, thank you, Coco. I appreciate it. You guys have been, I mean, I've missed a lot in chat tonight, but I have seen, obviously it's on a big screen in front of me, so I can see the chat for sure. And you guys have been amazing. You guys have been amazing. Always, as always. I'm so thankful for my subs, my members, for the ones that just peep in here and join a conversation. I am so thankful for anybody that, peeps in here and is like, wow, I can join this, and I have a voice, and you do have a voice. So, and if we all got through this live stream, we made it all together. Oh, I love that. Yes, we did. We did. Alrighty, guys. I think that's a good time to call it a night. This live isn't too long. I would love anybody that wants to watch this to be able to see it. So if you do feel like it, please share out this live. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's an important but hard topic. And I appreciate you guys. I know, wiping my tears. There I go again. And I hope that I wipe your tears along with you when you have them. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go before here I am fanning my face. Got my eyes wide open, fanning my face. So, thank you, Spudler. I appreciate that. Yes, you never know how strong you are till being strong is the only choice that you have. Absolutely. Very, very good, Storm. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right, you guys. Thank you, everybody that came in. Thank you for being respectful in my chat. It is more appreciated than you ever could know. People that are in the bushes, we appreciate you. You are so appreciated. I appreciate you coming and hanging out in the backwoods with us tonight. My mods, you're all amazing. I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and wanting to be here. And kicking some ass every once in a while. So, good night, Mystical. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. I really do. So, hey, Viv. Have a great night. All right, guys, I'm going to kick myself out of here. I hope you all have a good night. It is the weekend, but I will try to go live this weekend. If I can't, there is a members only live that's going to be coming up. I just have to reschedule it because I scheduled it for yesterday. I meant to schedule it for today. I didn't realize it was scheduled for yesterday until today. So I was like, what the heck? So I will reschedule a members only here. I'll try to do it this weekend, but if I can't, then we'll do it Monday. Monday for sure. So, oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, thank you, Ellen, so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And welcome to Angel Chips. Mystical Mysteries got a membership just like that. Awesome. Winnie the Pup, Janice, and Miss Too Lovely. Welcome, you guys. I think we need a little twerking tonight, right? Should we end? We can end on twerks. The twerking around here is always good. So thank you so much. And welcome to the Backwoods, new members. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Purple dot from the bushes. Thanks for a great live. I appreciate you hanging out. I really do. And you're welcome. I appreciate that you guys want to actually listen to stuff like this, It's just these streets have been so fucking wild lately. And I mean tonight's, live was wild enough with Betty and all of her just had outrageous things that she says and things that come out of her mouth. It's unbelievable. So, all right. Anyways, I love you guys, and we will definitely talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. So much love for you all. I love you all. You matter. Your story is your story, and it's okay to embrace it. It's okay to embrace it. So. All right, you guys. Love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bye.